Hi again, my name's Mark Wells and I'm here again to talk about FES flower essences. And today the subject matter is how to harness your emotions to create what you desire in life. In many ways we've been doing that in regards health, using flower essences to influence positively our emotional state and see how that impacts on the quality of our health physically as well. You can take it a bit further. You can say, well, what sort of life do I want? What sort of experiences? Where am I going? What sort of vision do I have? What sort of reality do I want to have in my life? And flower essences are that. It's almost like preventative. That's working in a preventative way. You're using flower essences to help you be in the right state of mind, the right state emotionally, to create the best life for yourself. So we're going to look at flower essences from that perspective. I have to start with the first one, which used to be called the manifestation formula, and it was a combination of blackberry essence and cayenne essence. And blackberry is a fantastic remedy to make things happen, but what it does is help you to see, well, yes, I want to get from A to B, but there's all this sort of groundwork that I need to do. It really does ground you in the reality. This is what I need to do. This is the slog. I can have the inspiration, but I need to do this. This is the sweat in the job to get to that point. And that doesn't mean it's hugely acts on you in terms of how much you have to do, but it at least gets you saying, well, if I need to attend to this to get to there. So, and we look at the blackberry plant, you cannot stop it. It's tenacious, it just grows. It's one of the hardest things to stop. And that tenacity, that groundedness, that ability to achieve and propagate, is given to the person through the blackberry flower essence. Cayenne, we all know what cayenne pepper, for example, put in your cooking, spikes it up, gives it energy, puts a rocket under it, and that's exactly what cayenne does. Puts a rocket under you, gets you moving, gets the momentum going in that forward direction to where you want to be, and into the life you want to be, and to make manifest the sort of life you want. So you can have your vision and you can have your idea of where you're going, but this formula can help you access the energy, harness that emotional willpower, and get there. So it's a really good formula in that sense. And either way, sometimes people use one or the other, but always consider it. Another remedy we look at is iris. Iris is when you are looking more, it is about creativity, but it's more about creative lifestyle. So in other words, creating the life you want. Sometimes it can be, you're not sure, you need inspiration. Iris is fantastic to give you that inspiration about, I need to follow that. I want to get involved in that. I want to do yoga more. I want to do whatever that's going to have an impact on your whole creative lifestyle. There's so many lifestyle programs now, and there's so many options out there. But sometimes we get stuck and we're just not sure, and we've tried this. Iris can give you that inspiration and that spur on, and so you can look more creatively, and it may be just looking broader. Coffee, we all know what coffee is. At the front of every one of my books, I've always said thank you to lattes, as well as my kids, etc. But there is inspiration in. We all know that. We all know that sometimes we need a coffee to get ourselves moving, to get ourselves enthused. So many of us absolutely need it first thing in the morning. But the coffee flower is about that, but it's helping you to get that naturally, to have that natural inspiration that you can draw on, but also that vision. This is the clear vision of where I'm going. Just like we sometimes have a coffee to give us clarity. Yep, okay, I need to get this done now, and give us the energy. Well, coffee is helping us to achieve that naturally, but also get a clearer vision about what we want, where we want to be, what sort of life we want. Lady slipper is another remedy. Lady's Slipper to me is about, I'm not quite on the right path. I should be walking there just a little bit to the right. There's my path. And Lady's Slipper is wonderful when you're walking the path that you've been told to, that society tells you, that your family told you, that your parents told you, and all of that. And it's a great remedy when someone's come to realise, I don't think I want to do this way. I want to be more that. I want to go that direction. You don't have to drop everything, but who are you playing this role for? Whose path are you following? You want to follow your own path. And I think Lady's Slipper gives you that little bit of again, impetus and momentum to move towards that lifestyle and living that's more true to you. That's, that comes from your soul rather than something that society's telling you should behave this way, parents, etc., etc. Pomegranate, I've spoken about pomegranate before. Wonderful remedy for just balance in your life. When you want to create a life that has, you're not getting enough of that and you're getting too much of that, get the balance. Being able to compartmentalise, okay, this is where I am today at 4 o'clock. This is where I'm going to be at 8 o'clock, and being able to do those well. And I've always, the obvious example is for parents with children, how much do I devote, to family, creativity there, and that creativity out there in the world, for example. It's often been associated with women because they've been in those roles where they've had to balance it. But it is changing, fortunately, slowly, but it's changing. So it can be for men as well. It is about getting the balance right, that you feel, okay, I love my family, I love I'm contributing here, but I also want to be out there as well and do that and not mess up either one of them because you're over there or too much, etc. So pomegranate is about getting that balance right, and again, getting that lifestyle balance that is true to you at this point in time in your life, and then following that and seeing it clearly and being able to follow it through, harnessing all the energy and the emotions to get there. And finally, a lot of this, a lot of people, it's about self-belief. They have a look at that, they think they might be able to get there. There's these opportunities that they could probably go for, but they do want it, but am I up to it? Not wanting to use probably an American Hollywood term, imposterism, etc. But it does apply here that sometimes there are opportunities. Sometimes we see things that we can, have, and they're within our reach until we say, yeah, I'm not up to it. Or there's something comes in and you stay with the devil So self-heal is just about self-belief. And, we talk about it in terms of, people that are too dependent on their naturopath, on their therapist and all of that. And don't worry, if you give it to the person, they're not going to say they don't need to come and see you anymore. It doesn't work that way. None of those things work that way. But it does help the person, take more responsibility for their health, for example. And that's always going to help the practitioner if they're prepared to do that, because you've got plenty to offer them. But it is in the bigger picture also about giving people that self-belief, or just tuning in to the thing, yes, I can do that, I am capable. And that's what I love and really want, and it's in me. I have that ability. It's having that belief in yourself, keeping that strong. All right, all the best with those remedies, and we will see you next time. Thank you.